This is the demonstration of the drum posture detection system, utilising pure data, open sound control, and audio input to give the player and researcher both a real-time monitor of posture and a post-playing means of investigating it further. Bad posture in any situation can have a negative effect on the back, neck, and shoulders. When drumming, slouching and leaning can restrict movement and lead to overstretched limbs and muscle injury. The ideal posture for drumming is a straight back. The drum posture detection system uses an Android app called OSC to send orientation data over a local network using the Open Sound Control, or OSC, protocol. The IP address is detected by the patch, whilst the port number is preset. The phone is then strapped to the back of the player using a harness, positioned in the centre of the back, just below the middle of the shoulder blades. The player then sits, and the researcher presses set reference to normalise the values, then starts the recording. A portion of the player's drumming is then recorded. The player can see a real-time monitor of their position in the gem render window. Going outside of the tolerance limits would result in the green indicator turning red, an immediate indication to the player to alter their position. As orientation data is being collected, so is audio data on which drum is being hit. Drum triggers, connected to the same computer as that running the pure data patch, are placed on 4 of the drums. In this implementation, the snare and the first 3 toms. This allows correlation to be seen between which drums have been hit and how the posture has changed. When the player stops, the researcher presses stop, then plots both the orientation and audio data on screen. Maximum and minimum values are displayed for each direction, and the sliders can be moved to look at both individual values and the mean of a range of values. Tolerance limits are indicated, and whilst in this example the player did not exceed the limits, it can be clearly seen when this is the case. Let's look at what this data might mean. There is a period where the average values for both left-right lean and forward-back lean are relatively stable but positive numbers, indicating a tendency to lean forwards and to the right slightly. This spike in the left-right lean indicates a sudden lean to the left then the right, and the corresponding dip in the forward-back lean indicates a backwards lean. It can be seen that this correlates with some kind of fill, and the orientation of the player can be clearly seen. It can also be seen that lots of fill-related activity results in relatively fast changes in posture. This is due to the twisting and leaning of the body, and is the area where care would need to be taken if the values were too extreme, as fast movement and bad posture can combine to result in injury. It is hoped that the drum posture detection system will give both the player and the researcher more insight into posture changes during the course of playing. It would aid in determining whether those values were reasonable or might need to be addressed, and would also aid in determining what might be the cause of abnormal posture, for example leaning or twisting to hit a particular drum. In the current implementation, interpretation of the data is at the researcher's discretion, but future work would look more into reasonable values for different styles of drumming, with implementation in the user interface to change the values if needed. Thanks for watching.